Good evening, students. How are you all? Fine. Okay, very good. Now is the session of business study. Students, in the previous sessions, we had discussed about the meaning and importance of the principles of management. Okay. In those discussions, we came to know that the principles of management are the statements based on some fundamental truths and facts and which provide a general guidelines to the managers while making decisions and taking actions. Overall, in operation of an enterprise or of an organization, the principles of management are widely practiced by different managers in handling or managing different business related situations or in making decisions big or small or in taking actions. Okay, now in today's session we shall discuss about the 14 basic principles, fundamental principles of management given by Henry Fayol. You know, students, Henry Fayol is also known as the father of management because he was the first person to give his thought and principles in written during 19th century, and you know his written contribution to the management science is known as general and industrial management. Okay, in his famous book General and Industrial Management, he has propounded 14 fundamental principles of management which must be practiced by them in order to run the organization successfully and smoothly. Okay? In fact, whatever principles have been given by Henry Fayol, these principles in fact are based on his vast experiences and expertises which he got during his work. Okay, in fact he had started his career as a very ordinary worker, but later on he became the general manager of a very reputed company of France and made this company the most profitable one with his hard work, dedication, and with his talent and expertise. So, Henry Fayol is given very high respect and honor in the field of management. Okay? But while giving different principles of management, Henry Fayol has given two valuable suggestions also. What are these suggestions? Number one, the list of the principles should not be very long. That means the number of principles to be practiced by managers should not be too much large. Rather, it should be a small, which implies that only those principles should be taken into consideration, should be practiced, which are related to real life situations or which can be practiced in real life. Okay. The second valuable suggestion is that the principles of management should not be as rigid as the principles of other physical sciences. And they should be flexible so that changes in them could be made in accordance with the changes taking place all around the world. Now, let us discuss all these 14 principles of Henry Fayol in something detail one by one. Okay? The first fundamental principle of management given by Henry Fayol is the division of work. Okay? You know, students, what about this principle? This principle of division of work suggests that the entire work process of an organization should be divided, should be split up into as many as small parts or units as possible. Okay? And an individual worker should be assigned to perform only a part of the entire work process, not all, so that that worker could be expert, could have a specialization over that, which will ultimately increase overall efficiency and productivity of the enterprise or of the organization. Okay, so what is division of work? Division of work means dividing the work process into a smaller possible units and distribution of these smaller parts, units of the work among the workers and employees according to their interest, specialization and expertise. Okay? You know, students, if a person performs a particular work again and again or every now and then that person becomes expert of that. You know, he comes to learn the skills to perform that particular work in the better possible way. This is called a specialization. And once an individual gets a specialization over a particular work, then overall efficiency of the organization improves, productivity increases. Okay? Thus, a specialization is very important in modern management of an enterprise, and this specialization could be obtained through practice of the principle of division of work. Okay? Students, you know, there is basically two types of the division of work. One is called the product-based division of work and the other is called process-based division of work. Okay? In product-based division of work, the entire work process is carried out only by only one person, and by performing all activities related to the production of that person gets expertise over it, over the production of that is called a specialization. Okay? But this kind of a specialization is possible only when the work process of manufacturing a product is very simple and easier. Okay? Now, when work process is very complicated and difficult, then the entire work process cannot be left to be performed only on one individual person. So, in modern age, another kind of division of work is practiced, that is called process-based division of work. And according to this division of work, the entire work process is split up into a smaller units and they are distributed among the workers. Okay? So, The first very principle of management is the division of work suggested by Henry Fayol. Okay. Students, there are some positive and some violating effects of the each principle of management. Similarly, the principle of division of work may have so many positive impacts on overall performance of an organization, such as number one, it leads to a specialization to the organization. Okay. Number two, it improves work efficiency of individuals in the organization. Number three, it ensures a smooth operation and systematic operation of each and every activity. Number four, it helps in creating a sense of cooperation and coordination among the individuals, okay, which ensure a positive collective efforts towards betterment of the organization. Okay, so these are the basic positive effects of the principle of division of work, and there may be so many other positive effects of it also. The violating effects of this principle of division of work may be something like this. The organization will not get the benefit of specialization. The operation of each and every activity will not take place in a systematic manner. The efficiency of individuals will not improve, and many more violating effects can be realized if the principle of division of work is not followed, is not implemented in an organization. Okay. So students, you must go through this principle properly from the textbook and make a conversation with me if required. And other principles of management given by Henry Fayol, I would like to discuss in the coming sessions. Until then, thank you.